Hey Cancer, this is your March 2022 reading. I'm sorry I'm delayed. Once again, I have a lot of stuff going on. Story of my life and everybody else's life, right? But anyway, I have a speech. This is Purple Petals Tarot. Keep in mind this is a general reading. It can apply to past, present, or future, and in any area of your life, be it love, work, friendship, family, anything. If it doesn't resonate, check your other sign placements, such as moon and rising. If it still doesn't click, then it is not meant for you. Or check out many of the other awesome readers on YouTube. Also, keep in mind there are thousands of other people with the same sign as you, but are all unique individuals. If you don't know your other sign placements, you can go to my About tab and click on Cafe Astrology or Astrolab for free charts. I use them. I've downloaded both and printed them. I am a Gemini Sun, Taurus Moon, and a Scorpio Rising, and my life path is 6. Sometimes I pull the cards and they're clarifiers ahead of a recording, which I have done. Because it gives times. I have 12 cats, 1 dog, 2 adult kids, and a 79-year-old mother with vascular dementia that lives with me. So I'm trying to get into this. Hopefully I'll get all Marches done. In April, I want to do something special. I'm planning on using my Titanic or tarot deck in honor of the sinking of the Titanic, April 12th. It was April 1912. I don't know the exact date right now because I'm goofy. Anyway, if you don't know about your sign placements, your sun sign has to do with the soul, basic personality, and core of who you are. Moon has to do with emotions, who you are when you are alone. It's your emotional side. And your rising sign has to do with your physical you, the impression on how other people see you and how you appear outwardly. And it goes on and on if you want to find out. Like I said, go to Cafe Astrology and check it out. All the decks I'm using, my main deck, clarifiers, and oracle are all from Ciro Marchetti. Ciro, yeah. And he is awesome. The main deck I'm using is Legacy of the Divine. And then I am clarifying with the Gilded Tarot. And then my oracle deck is from Oracle of Visions, which I think this man is awesome. His dreams. Anyway, when I pulled your tarot, let's get into this. The main card I pulled out first was the Three of Swords. And Three of Swords, of course, swords is intellectual, but this one is heartbreak. This is like it could be heartbreak emotionally, physically, any energy you want to use. And honestly, it's Three of Swords is extreme emotional pain. Something bad is happening, but the healing can begin. Now, I don't really look at past, here, present, future, whatever. I see everything as one, or together as a story. All tarot readers do it differently. With the Knight of Swords, and you have an Ace of Cups, it looks like something that was a great emotion. Let me save this. Sometimes I go look. It looks like you had a new emotion. I'm going on this side from the past, or you have one. Remember, it could be past, present, or future. With Ace of Cups, new emotion, and You have a challenge. You're being under attack with it because in your happiness of being fulfilled with the Three of Cups, you hung on too tight. Four of Pentacles to me is someone hanging on to their goods too tight, whether it be money. I know it's a earth symbol, but that's what it looks like to me. That's what I'm feeling from this. You hung on too tight to something. Okay, you're having to battle for it. Maybe in order to hang on to this, you need to my brain just went numb. Maybe a new, it's okay, the Ace of Cups is an overflowing emotion, a new love energy. It could be maybe a new oomph at work, or a new friendship, or it don't have to be just love, but also love comes in many forms, correct? But with this new love, the Seven of Swords, or Seven of Wands shows it's being under attack. And in order to hang on to it and find happiness, you got to fight for it. And this Page of Swords, he's a new guy. He's got the sword, but he's got to learn how to use it. And this is Wands, Five of Wands. To me, it's not just battle, it's like training in the army. They're training with each other. And the Knight of Swords is impulsive thoughts and energy, using thoughts and ideas as weapons. You have a lack of deep thinking or understanding. It looks to me like this heartbreak came from almost trying too hard to hold on to something, challenging it too much. You're unable to lift your sword. You don't know how to lift it. Even in, I mean, the Page of Pentacles, and you got two pages here. Dudes that are new. Maybe you weren't battling or practicing correctly. Maybe you weren't doing all you need to do, is what I'm hearing. You thought you were. And with the impulsiveness of this Knight, it got you into balancing. You're having to balance. Seeing these three pentacles here, and on the bottom of that one deck was the High Priestess, which is a intuition going within. That tells me in order to get through this heartbreak, you may have to go back to being a Page of Swords. Go back to the early beginnings, early stages of the idea, early stages of this. Swords are, if I'm not mistaken, intellectual. They're thinking. And this dude, he looks like he's holding his sword and thinking. I mean, the Knight of Swords has birds flying around his intellect, so, and his helmet is empty. So to me, the High Priestess is telling you go back to the early stages. Don't completely throw it away. Go back to the early stages. Go over what led you to the Three of Swords. And that's what I'm getting from it. And the oracle I drew for y'all is number 14. It's got a woman with a bunch of stuff in her hair. Let's see what number 14. 17, 16, 15, 14. The title of this card is Creativity and Imagination. It starts with a quote. Each day is a new canvas to paint upon. Make sure your picture is full of life and happiness, and at the end of the day, you don't look at it and wish you had painted something different. Ritu Gaturi is the quote. Well, if you can see that, the name of the person that quoted it. Anyway, in its myriad forms, creativity is an impression of our humanity and imagination, both in its production and its recognition. To take shape, color, form, sound, or words and give them a new life is an act of creation. Various symbols of the tools and medium through which creativity is expressed are worn by our artist, a decorative headdress of imagination. Sometimes creativity can consume our thoughts as slow-burning embers waiting for release. Other times it is a spontaneous explosion of inspiration. Either way, it is a wondrous human characteristic, and there are infinite varieties of individual expression, but alas, also an infinite variety of assessment by others. So that tells me go back to the beginning. It may have to do with your creativity, this swords. Only you know. I don't. Everybody's different. It could be love, friendship, work, family, anything. But having to fight for this, it looks like on both sides. Go back to the beginning. Early stages. See what's going on. And pray. I'll see y'all next month.